Be okay if you can. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so apologies if I have to cough a bit and clear my throat, stuff like that, such as that. But here we go. Yeah, so Lorwyn Eclipsed time. It's been some time. Yeah, so back on the game. Hopefully, I keep saying I'll try and keep it up. Whether I will, I don't know. You know, one of those. Just time at the moment, very difficult, but it is something I plan to do. But anyway, we're doing a bit of a pack cracking today. We've got 45 regular packs, 45 alchemy packs, I think it is. I'm not sure. Yes, I don't know. 5 golden packs. We'll probably make some more as well from the shop. Might buy a few more. Got loads of coins to spend, so probably get 10 extra packs of a golden pack as well because of that. But here's all the freebies we got. I'm just going to try and make sure that the sound's coming through okay. It is. But click to continue. So we've got a load of things. It looks like we've got a Ajani from the off, which is quite good. So I guess this will be the Ajani card. Yes. Oh, there we go. Oh, goodness me. What's happened here? I've clicked a button, something's happened. All right, get started, stuff like that. Okay, so we got a few things there. We'll get some basic lands as well if we go to the menu. Claim. What's this? Lorwyn Eclipsed is here, it says. Now, Lorwyn was the first set I got into, basically, you know, back 2008 or whatever. It was the first Magic the Gathering. It was when I first started playing it. Kind of stopped for about 10 years after maybe 2010 or something. But don't fear the shifting night and day. It says, take these 3 packs on basic lands. Got 3 extra packs. Here's the nice lands as well. Look at that. Very nice. It's all about a night and day world. It was like Lorwyn. There was what was it? Shadowmoor, Morningtide, and Eventide, I think it was back in the day. So when they did bigger set blocks. So yeah. So the gist of it is like a night and day side, which I think is Morningtide, Eventide. I guess, or Shadowmoor, Lorwyn. There we go. Anyway, that's the gist. It's got some basic lands there. Look very nice. Very. The Lorwyn's like a sort of whimsical place. Shadowmoor's like when it's turned evil, basically been corrupted. So that's the gist of what's going on here. All right, so let's get rid of all that. So yeah, let's go to the store as well. Why not? We'll see what treats we can get from the store. I haven't got loads of gold at the moment, so there's all this stuff going on. Fairy prank. So all this kind of thing happening here. Maybe we'll buy 10 extra packs, I don't know, but we like to buy all these nice goodies here. So, yeah, whether we'll have enough after all this, I don't know. There's all what's all this? Full art lands, okay, so we get the full art versions. All that shenanigans going on, so, oh, we'll get all the old emo stuff like that. We have to get all these things. You scoundrel. Okay, as wise as a tree folk. Okay, so we get all these little people. I always collect these to use them. But I feel myself changing. Rematch in the Warren. Right. Oh, boggarts. All right. Quite funny those. Okay. Do we have 10,000 left? Yes, we do. All right. So we might just. What's this? We've got some kind of Lorwyn Eclipsed Mastery. I feel like I've already. I feel like I've already got that though, the Mastery Pass. I thought I did anyway. Not bad. But no. Thought I did. Maybe I haven't got the Mastery Pass. Oh well, some things I might get. We'll get that. Maybe we can just get it now. Maybe we'll just get it now. Well, why not? Purchase immediately receive the rewards for Mastery Pass levels. Okay. Not worried about plus 10. Okay. Alright, we've got the Mastery Pass as well. Why not? There we go. Some kind of card sleeve and avatar and stuff like this. Well, I've got the Mastery Pass. Pre-order. Maybe not. And there's all our packs to get. We'll just get 10 more from the store. Why not? We'll go all in. Why not? Usually if you can't, well, you can just buy 10 more packs here. We only need actually 6 more to get a thingy bob, so maybe I'll just get 6. Go crazy. We'll get our golden pack. It'll give us an extra golden pack, and why not? Lovely. Explosions, things are happening. All sounds good. All right, so there we go. So yes, it should be quite interesting. I've got quite a lot to. I mean, basically, we'll go open the golden packs last. Music. Whimsical guitar music going on. Bit of flute. Maybe a lute. Maybe some other stuff. I don't know. I don't really know my instruments very well, but there we are. And then I assume I don't know what those are actually. That just alchemy? I don't know what that is. Maybe they're the rare packs, whatever. But anyway, we'll open these first. So what we're looking out for, we're looking for the evoke elementals. They've got things like names like Whimsy or something like that. I can't remember. The shock lands, of course, looking for. There's a few key cards after really, but nothing that's really stood out for me, I don't think. But there's a few things we'll know when we see them. I'm going to call like emptiness and sorrowness or whatever. I don't know, willfulness and stuff like that. We'll know when we get to them. But let's get into it. Hopefully you can hear everything okay. Hopefully if it's all right. I'll go through now. I think we'll look at the different what's it called, stuff that goes on in this the different keywords as we come to them. I think, but changeling seems to be a thing. Kifkin is like a bit like hobbits. They're a creature type in this. Elves, fairies, boggarts as well, which are goblins. They're the things going on. So we've got the tender sprigs, tree folk. All right, well, he's got tree folks involved. It's 2 and a green, sorcery. Search aloud for a basic land card. Put the battlefield of the tap and shuffle. If you control 7 or more lands and or tree folk, create a 3/4 green tree folk creature with reach. All right. We've got gallant, foul knight. All right, 3 and a. There's a Kifkin riding a chicken. So they're a bit smaller than hobbits, actually, aren't they? Kifkin, I guess, if they're riding chickens, I don't know. Not sure. The giants just humans, basically, in this one. Not sure. Well, 3 and a white, Kifkin knight, 3/4. Creature. When your creature says creature control, get +1/+0 turn to turn. Give creature control, so get first strike turn to turn. Blossom Bind, 1 and a blue. Enchantment or enchant creature. As creature enters, tap target enchanted creature. Enchanted creature can't become untapped. The kind of counters put on it. Assert Perfection, 1 and a green. Sorcery, target creature you control gets +1/+0 turn to turn. It deals damage equals its power to 1 target creature opponent controls. A bit of a fight spell, this, that, and the other. Crib Swap. Alright, 2 and a white. Shapeshifter, Kindred Instance. A tribal keyword's been replaced now, hasn't it? Maybe for the past few years with Kindred. Changeling, exile target creature. Its controller creates a +1/1 colourless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Glamourmite, 2 and a blue. Fairy Rogue creature, flash flying. When this creature enters, choose 1 tap target creature, untap target creature. 2/2. Interesting. Kinspell Aspirant, 1 white. Kifkin Citizen, 2/1. Additional cost to play a spell. Behold, Kifkin or pay 2 generic. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 to end the turn. And what's the rare? Ashling. Okay, so one of the key legendary creatures from back in the day. It's Ashling Rekindled and Ashling Rhinebound, so it's like the Shadowmoor Lorwyn side. Elemental Sorcerer and Elemental Wizard for the blue side. So 1/3 both times. So whenever this creature enters or transforms into Ashling Rekindled, you may discard a card. If you do draw a card at the beginning of this main phase, you may pay 1 blue if you do transform Ashling. When it's transferred to the blue, whenever this creature transforms into Ashling, Rhinebound at the beginning of your first main phase, add 2 mana of any colour, any 1 colour. Spend this mana only to cast spells of mana value 4 or greater. At the end of your first main phase, you may pay a red, and if you do transform Ashling. I don't know if you can choose which side it comes in. I assume it comes in on the red side. But there we go. Right, first pack, 53 to go. Plus the rest. Alright, so we go. Great Forest Druid, 1 and a green. You type it as 1 mana of any colour. It's a Tree Folk Druid, 0/4. Scarblade's Malice, 1 black. Smelling his fingers there for some reason, don't know why. Instance, target creature control gains death touch lifelink turn to turn. When that creature dies this turn, create a 2/2 black and green elf creature token. Alright, so elves in this one seems to be black and green. I don't know what's going on with the artwork. It does look a bit dodgy, doesn't it? I don't know what I don't know. Let's not interpret that artwork. Alright, Scarblade Scout. Have we had that one before? No, it's not. We haven't. 1 and a black. Lifelink Elf Scout, 2/2. When this creature enters, mill 2 cards. Crossroads Watcher, 2 and a green. Kifkin Ranger, 3/3 creature. Trample. It's got some kind of stoat eagle on its shoulder or its hand. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+0 turn to turn. 3/3 Trampler. Right, Deep Channel Duelist. A white and a blue. Merfolk Soldier creature, 2/2. At the beginning of the end step, untap type Merfolk control. Other Merfolk controls get +1/+1. Tender Sprigs, we've had that one before. We've got a swap already. Everstrike's Gift. 1 white. Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchant creature is +1/+0 and flying. You can play one and a white, so it's Blight 2. So Blight's one of the new keywords, or at least, you know, I don't think it might have been used before. I don't think it has. To Blight 2, put 2 -1/-1 counters on the creature control. So if you do that, you can return this card from your grave to your hand. That's for as a sorcery. I guess it kind of, if you kill it, you can always get it back. Basically by blighting maybe other copies of the same creature or whatever. It's that card, isn't it? Yeah, it's an enchantment on the creature. Okay, I guess you've enchanted the creature now when it dies. Enchantment back. Alright, the rare. Sapling Nursery, 6 green, enchantment. Affinity for forests. So basically that means it costs 1, less to cast each forest you control. Land 4, whenever a land you control enters, create a 3/4 green tree folk creature token with reach and the block flyers. 1 and a green, exile this enchantment, tree folk and forest you control get indestructible turn. So it's probably a bit of a draft card, this one, isn't it? I think. A draft finisher. Alright. Got a common wild card there, which is no good. Well, it's not bad, but you know. Got some swaps already. Stoic Grove Guide. 4 and hybrid black-green. Elf Druid creature, 5/4. Got 1 and hybrid black-green. Exile this creature from your... Well, exile this card from your graveyard. Create a 2/2 black and green elf token. Creature activating is a sorcery. Perfect Intimidation. 3 and a black sorcery. Choose one or both. Target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. Remove all counters from target creature. Vinebred Brawler. Elf Berserker. 2 and a green. 4/2. This creature must be blocked if able. Whenever this creature attacks another target elf you control, gains +2/+1 end of turn. The rare. Tristan's Command. 4 black-green. Kindred Sorcery Elf. So you can choose 2. Create a token as a copy of target elf you control. Turn 1 or 2 target permanent cards from your grave to your hand. Destroy target creature enchantment. Creatures target player controls get +3/+3 to end the turn. Untap. Oh, one of those, again, another limited card, whatever it is. Draft. This, that, and the other. Alright, what else we got? Run away together. Alright, it's interesting. Look at that. Fairy and an elf. That's an unusual coupling, I think you'd say. 1 and a blue, instant. Choose target 2 target creatures. They both run off together. Controlled by different players. Return this creature to their owner's hands. Okay, so it's quite thematic, I guess. Blue Monty. So Antis are kind of these goblin boggart type affairs. 2 and a black, 4/4. Goblin Warlock. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. So a lot of these cards that are quite powerful enter with -1/-1 counters on them, and you can remove them basically to make them, you know, so they're a bit cheaper than they otherwise would be. Whenever another creature control dies, surveil 1 and remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature. I think that's quite a good card, this one, you know. Not bad. Liss Alana Informant. Right, Alana. 1 and a green, maybe we'll find out. Elf Scout, 3/1. When this creature enters or dies, surveil 1. Surveil, you can look at top card of your library, plus however many the number is. Put it in your graveyard or keep it on top. Pestered Wellguard, 3 and a green. 3 and a blue even. Merfolk Soldier, 3/2. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, create a 1/1 blue and black fairy token flying. Right, fairy creature token. Have I missed any out? Bone Club Berserker, did I do that one? 3 and a green, 3 and a red, I can't go colourblind. 2 and a 4. Goblin Berserker, this creature gets +2/+0 for each goblin you control, other goblin. Spiral into Solitude, right? 1 and a white, enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchant creature can't attack or block, and you can pay 1 and a white to blight 1, sacrifice this aura, exile, enchanted creature. -1/-1 count on the creature controlled by blighting 1. Uncommon wild card, and the rare. 6 Command, right? 1 and a white and a blue, Merfolk Kindred Sorcery, choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of target Merfolk control. Creatures target player controls gain life to turn the turn. Target player draws a card. Tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. Stun means you won't untap. You'll just remove the stun counter and untap it next time. Why not? Alright, Wary Farmer. 1 and 2 green white hybrids. Kifkin Citizen, creature token, 3/3. Not a token, but creature. Beginning of the end step, if another creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn, surveil 1. Why not? We mentioned surveil before. Unforgiving Aim, 2 and a green. Instant, choose 1. Destroy target creature flying. Destroy target enchantments. Quite typical on this one. And the last one's a new one that's not been there before on other cards, I don't think. Create a 2/2 black and green elf creature token. Rooftop Percher, 5 generic. Creature Shapeshifter, 3/3. Changeling and flying to all creature types. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyard. You gain 3 life. So all creature types, so if like Kifkins get +1/+1, this would be included. Origin Wickamore, 2 generic. Artifact creature Scarecrow, 1 and a free. 1 free. When this creature enters Surveil 1, you can pay 1 colourless, or generic rather. Add 1 mana of any colour, this creature becomes that colour and end of turn. Activate only once each turn. We've got Eclipsed Kifkin. It's 2 hybrid green white mana. Kifkin Scout, 2-1. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a Kifkin, forest or plains card from among them, put them in your hand. The rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, another one. And then we've got Warren Torchmaster, 1 and a red. Goblin Warrior 2-2. Creature. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may blight 1. So put -1/-1 counter on something. When you do, target creature gains haste to end of turn. And the rare, Reese the Evermore, 1 and a white. Legendary creature Elf Warrior 2-2. Alright, why not? When Reese enters, he's got flash. Another target creature you control gains persist to turn, so persist. When a creature with persist dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, it turns about to in its own control with -1/-1 counter on it. This is one from the original set, I think. Or is it Wither? Or both? And you can pay 1 white and tap it to remove any number of counters from target creature control. Activating as a source so you can get rid of those blight tokens. Alright, interesting. Okay. So obviously it'll start to speed up as we start getting more and more swaps. Moonglove Extract, a 2 and a black elf warlock creature, 2-1. Whenever this creature attacks, you draw a card and lose a life. Prideful Feastling, 2 and a hybrid white-black. 2-3 shapeshifter creature, changeling lifelink. Straightforward. Looks like weird faces, changelings in this one. Feed the Flames, 3 and a red, instant. Feed the Flames is 5 damage to that creature. If that creature would be died, turn exile instead. Eclipsed Boggart. Again, goblins. It's got 3 hybrid red-black. Goblin Scout 2-3 creature. When it enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You reveal a Goblin Swamp or bounty card from among them, put it into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. Wild Unraveling, blue, instant. It's additional cost of cast a spell, blight 2 or pay 1. So 2 -1 counters, 1 counters or something. And on just 1 creature, pay 1 generic, of course. Generic. Counter target spell. Right, and then we've got Kith Keeper, 6 and a white, creature elemental 3-3. Right, Vivid, it's got, so when this creature enters, create X, 1/1 white and green Kifkin creature tokens, where X is the number of colours among permanents you control. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control. This creature gets +3/+0 to engage 5 times a turn. I think there's that enchantment, isn't there? Artifact or whatever, artifact enchantment, I thought it is now. That's makes everything all colours, something of the Guild Pact or something, isn't there? So, Leyline of the Guild Pact, is it? Maybe. Which I think helps that, perhaps, potentially, maybe, in another set. Kirol Attentive First Year, 1 and hybrid and 2 hybrid white reds. Vampire Cleric Legendary Creatures. So vampires involved in this. 3-3, tap 2 untapped creature you control. Copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy, activate only once each turn. You just have a red vampire. You see a couple of those, don't you? But not many of them. Alright. Let's keep going. Right, Tributary Volta, 2 and a white, Merfolk warrior creature, flying 1-3. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, another type Merfolk you control gains +2/+0 turns when you attack with it, basically, pretty much. We're away together with that one. Gristly Glutton, 1 and a red, Goblin Scout 1-3. You can tap it. It's a blight 1, discard a card if you do draw a card. Tweeze here. Just in Tweeze. Okay. Doing pulling a nose hair or something. 2 and a red, instant. Tweeze does 3 damage to any target. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. Eclipse Realms, land. As this land enters, choose elemental elf, fairy, giant, goblin, Kifkin, Merfolk, or tree folk. They're all the ones that are in this set, presumably, the main ones. You can add a colourless mana by tapping it, or you can add 1 mana of any colour, spend its mana to cast a spell of the chosen type. Activate an ability of the chosen type. Stalactite Dagger, 2 colour generic artifact equipment. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 colourless shapeshifter creature token with changeling. Equip creatures +1/+1, and there's all creature types equipped to. You can see here, this one here, it says add. That's add a generic mana, not colourless. Sorry, that's a colourless mana, not generic. And these ones, like the 2, is the generic mana. So that's what I always get confused. And this anyway. Boulder Dash and Piffle, right? 1 and a red. Source fee. Boulder Dash deals 2 damage to target to any target and 1 damage to any other target. What's the way we got this time? Overgrown 2, go on the Shocklands. Yes, I think I've got most of these already, actually, just from just need them already, but they've re-released these, so I haven't got these artworks, so I think it doesn't count them as already having them. The Shocklands you probably know, because basically to make them come in untapped, you have to shock yourself, which is a spell that usually damages you for 2, so that's why they're called Shocklands. Everyone tomb. So as land enters, you move 2 life. If you don't enter tap, so you can add either a green or a black. That's not bad. What else have we got going on? Changeling Wayfinder, 3 color generic. Yeah. Changeling Shapeshifter 1/2. When this creature enters, you may switch library for a basic land card, reveal it, put your hand and shuffle. Alright, and we've got Miss Meadow Council, 4 and a green. Kifkin Advisor, 4 afraid spell costs 1 generic less to cast if you control a Kifkin. When this creature enters, draw a card. We've got Boglither's Embrace. Bogslithers, Slivers. I don't know what that is, but 1 and a black sorcery. As an additional cost to cast a spell, blight 1 or pay 3 generic. Exile target creature. You're probably almost going with blight 1 always, I would have thought. Right, so Mudbottom Curse Tosser, right, 1 black. Goblin Warlock 2/1. Additional cost to cast a spell, behold a goblin or pay 2 colourless. Generic. This creature can't block when this creature dies. Destroy target creature and opponent controls with power 2 or less. Got Wonderwine's Farewell. Wonderwine Farewell, 5 blue. Introduce sorcery, Convoke. The Convoke, each creature you control can help cast a spell, you tap them. And reduce it by 1 generic cost, which, not bad, why not? Return 1 or 2 target non-opponents to their owner's hands. Then if you control Merfolk, create a 1/1 white and blue Merfolk creature token. For each opponent, you return to their own hand this way. What's the rare we've got? Anything nice? A wild card. Okay, well, you can exchange that for anything, so it's technically good, but not very exciting to look. Alright. What else we got? Wonderwine Distractor. Had another Wonderwine something or other, didn't we now? Got a Distractor. Merfolk Wizard. Looks more like a Goblin Wizard. Goblin Merfolk, rather. A 3 and a blue. 4/3 Merfolk Wizard. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, target creature in opponent controls gets -3/-0 to end a turn. Why not? Why not? Sun-Dappled Celebrant. Alright, 4 white. Treefolk Cleric, 5/6. Convoke and Vigilance, so you can tap it other creatures to pay for the generic cost. It doesn't tap to attack with. Midnight Tilling, 1 and a green instant. Mill 4 cards to return a permanent card from among them to your hand. Spell Snare, 1 blue. Counter attack spell with mana value 2. I think that's reasonable, but obviously your opponents need to be playing stuff with mana value 2. So yeah. We've got an example like this is an example of that, for instance. Mana value 2, 1 and a green. Evolving Wilds, alright, it's the very generic one, this one, isn't it? A land, you can tap it to sacrifice the land, switch library for a basic land card, put in your battlefield tap, then shuffle. Alright, and then the rare. Right, Abigail, Eloquent First Year. We've got a few of these first year things. What's going on there? It's a hybrid white and a black. Is that Orzhov? I always forget. Bird Bard, legendary creature, 1/1. Flying First Strike, lifelink. When Abigail enters, up to 1 other type creature loses all abilities. Put a flying counter, a first strike counter, and a lifelink counter on that creature. Interesting. Okay. Bird Bard. Got an uncommon wild card there. I've not heard anything about that card. Don't know if it's any good or not. You would have thought you would have heard something about it. It was. Keep Out, 1 and a white, instant. Choose 1, deals 4 damage to target creature. Destroy target enchantments. That's quite a typical one, isn't it? Usually it does things to tapped creatures, doesn't it? Attacking creatures, I think. Of a set. Stratosaura, 4 and a blue, elemental creature, 3/5, flying. When this creature enters, target creature gains flying to the turn. Basic land cycling, 1 and a blue, so you can discard a card, switch life for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand and shuffle. Not to be a blue one. Unexpected Assistance, 3 blue, instant, convoke, draw 3 cards and discard a card. Convoke again, you can tap creatures to pay for the generic cost. And then for the rare, hang on, got Giant Fall. 1 and a red, giant's fallen over. Choose 1, target creature control deals damage equal to its power, target creature and opponent controls, destroy target artifact. Not sure why it's destroying an artifact, maybe it's fallen onto it, I don't know. Is there any flavour text on that? Bump when the giant, gone went the hamlet. Should destroy a land really, shouldn't it, if it's destroying... Anyway. Okay. High Perfect Morcant, alright, some Lady Noble. Legendary creature, Elf Noble, 2 black and a green, 4/4. Whenever High Perfect Morcant or another elf you control enters, each opponent blights 1. Must -1/-1 count on the creature they control. Tap 3 untapped elves you control, proliferate, activating as a sorcery, so proliferates the every counter gets increased by 1. Yeah, I think everything, isn't it? Is it used for other players as well? I think so. So, choose any number of permanents and/or players, then give each other a counter of each kind they already have. Yeah, would increase the blight counters maybe. Depends how you do it. Alright, interesting. Alright, Flaring Cinder, what's this about? You got one and a blue and a red hybrid, well, two of those, so one generic and two blue-red hybrids. Is it? I think it is, isn't it? Is it? Creature elemental sorcerer, it's 3/2 when this creature enters, and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Looting there is the term for that. Run away together, we had that one before. Starlight Dagger, we had that before. Mischievous Sneakling. One in the hybrid blue-black creature shapeshifter for 2/2, changeling and flash. Cast it as anytime you cast an instant. Darkness Descends. 2 black sorcery, put 2 -1/-1 counters on each creature. Swat Away, 2 blue instant. This spell costs 2 generic less to cast if a creature is attacking you. The owner of target spell or creature puts on their choice of top or bottom of their library. Alright. Then we've got the rare. Champion of the Path. Being a red elemental sorcerer creature, 7/3. Goodness. Additional cost to cast a spell, behold an elemental and exile it. Whenever an elemental control enters, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. When this creature enters, leaves the battlefield, return an exile card to its owner's hand. Alright, interesting. Sounds like it could be quite good, that one, doesn't it? But, I don't know. Yeah, I think that would be reasonable, but it's, maybe not. I don't know anything about it. Right, wish you could deal 7 damage to something if you cast another one of them. Okay. Liminal Hold, 3 and a white. Enchantment. When this enchantment enters, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Until this enchantment leaves the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Okay. Oh, yeah, one of those banishment type things. Appeal to Airdo, alright, 3 and a white, instant, convoke, 1 or 2 target creatures, each get +1/+2 to end the turn. Noggle Robber, 1 and 2 hybrid red greens. Noggle Rogue, I've never heard of a Noggle before, what's going on there? Noggle, yes, it's interesting. There wasn't one of the creature types that there was in the set either, so... Interesting, I don't know, looks like a goat. It was like an evil goat. The evil, Shadowmoor goat or something. When this creature enters or dies, create a treasure token. Noggle. Illusion Spinners, 4 and a blue. Fairy Wizard, 4/3. You may cast a spell as though it had flash. If you control a fairy, flying, this creature has hexproof as long as it's untapped. And we got the rare. Selfless Safe Ride, 3 green. Elf Warrior Convoke with flash, 4/2. Cast it as an instant, and you can pay. Help pay for its generic mana cost with tapping other creatures. Whenever this creature enters, choose a creature type. Other opponents control of that type gain hexproof and indestructible end of turn. Hexproof, they can't be targeted by anything. By your opponent. Alright. Might be a good one. Not heard anything about it, but it might be good. Only 2 new ones in this one. Other than they've got a mythic in this one. Safe Right Cavalry, 3 in the green, Elf Warrior, 4/4. This creature can be blocked by more than 1 creature. And you can pay 5 generic mana. Target elf you control gets +2/+2 at the end of the turn. Alright. Silver Girl Mentor, 1 and a blue. Merfolk Wizard, 2/1. As an additional cost to cast a spell, behold a merfolk or pay 2. Behold a merfolk, you choose a merfolk you control or reveal a merfolk from your hand. So, one you've already controlled is very simple, isn't it, really? Pay 2 generic. When this creature enters, creates a 1/1 white and blue merfolk creature token. And then the mythic. Right, Airdo, Carrier of Dawn. This looks quite a good card, doesn't it? Looks a nice one to have. Was eating the moon there, I think, and the other's headbutting the sun. If you can, why not? So 3 white, Elemental God creature token. Sorry, not creature, legendary creature. 5/5 on both sides. So on its white side, it's flying and lifelink. Creature spells you cast have convoke. So we've mentioned that before. You can tap creatures to pay for the colourless mana cost, the generic mana cost. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a black. If you do, transform Airdo. So when it's transformed to this other side, the Carrier of Twilight. Right, so it's just a whole Twilight, I guess. Can't work out what's going on with its head. So final life, each of a non-creature control has persist. The persist, when it dies, has no +1/-1/1 counter, so you return to the battlefield with -1/-1. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a white if you do transform it. Do it back and forth. You know, yeah, maybe you'd want to do that, I don't know. I'm not heard anything about that one again, so whether it's any good or not, I don't know. But it looked good, the artwork looked nice. Alright, we've got Reckless Ransacking here. An instant target creature gets +3/+2 to the turn, create treasure tokens. Treasure token, you can sacrifice it to add mana of any colour. Alright, Feisty Spikeling, 1 and a hybrid red-white. Creature shapeshifter, 2/1. Alright, Changeling, during your turn, this creature has first strike. Right, so then we've got Kulraf Mystic, 2 in the blue. Elemental Wizard, 2/4. Creature. Whenever you cast a spell, mana value 4, greatest creature has +2/+0 against vigilance in the turn, so it doesn't tap. You tap with it. Luminolusk. Like that, 3 in the green. Elemental creature, 2/4. Death Touch, so if something blocks it, then they die. If they get hit by it. Vivid. When this creature enters, you gain life. You gain life equals the number of colours among permanents you control. Alright, why not? Anti-sentence, alright. Been banished. 1 on the black. Sorcery. Choose 1. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose non-land permanent card from it. That player discards that card. Interesting, bit of an expensive Thoughtseize. Target creature gets -2/-2 to its end of turn, so it has a bit of else about it. And the rare. Got Mindful First Year, another first year. 1 and a hybrid green-white, legendary creature, Gorgon Wizard. Gorgons now. 2/2. Right, each creature control has hexproof from each of its colours. You can tap it, target creature control becomes all close to the end of the turn. Right. Seen that one played, but I don't know if it's any good or not. Okay, there we go. Not bad so far. Eldorancy, 2 and a red, Goblin Warlock, 2/2 creature. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 black and red goblin creature token. Kulraf Zealot, 5 and a red, elemental warrior creature, 6/5. When it enters, exile top card of your library until the end of its turn. You may play that card. Basic land cycling, so you can pay 1 and a red and a basic land card by adding that card. Timid Shieldbearer, 1 and a white. Kifkin Soldier, 2/2. You can pay 4 and a white with it. Creature can get +1/+1 to end of turn. We've got Sting Slinger, 2 and a red, Goblin Warrior. You can pay 1 and a red and tap it. It's a black 1. Creature does 2 damage to each opponent. 3/3. Rare. Lewin, or Cluin, I don't know if you're Welsh. Imperfect Naturalist, it's 2 hybrid black greens. Legendary creature Elf Druid, 1/3. When it enters, mill 4 cards, and you may put a creature or land card among the mill cards on top of your library. And you can pay 2 and 3 hybrid green-black mana and tap it, discard a land card, create a 1/1 black and green worm creature token for each land in card in your graveyard. Like a caterpillar and a worm on that legs, for instance. I'm sure worms don't generally have legs. Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not an expert on worms, but to me that looks like a caterpillar. What's going on there? Look like a worm anyway. Right, what's this? Furdock Core, 3 generic. Kindred Artifact Shapeshifter, Changeling. You can tap it to 1 mana of any colour. You can pay 4 generic. This artifact becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn. Alright. We got, what's this one? Bridal Bane Outrider, 3 in a green. Kifkin Knight, 3/5 creature. This creature cannot be blocked by a creature power 2 or less. As long as no creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature gets +2/+0. We got Creekwood Safe Right, 1 and a black, Elf Warrior, 5/5 creature. This creature has with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. The beginning of the end step, if there is an elf card in your graveyard and this creature has a -1/-1 counter, right, remove 1 of those counters. Interesting, okay. Then we got the rare. Rhyme Fire Talk, 1 and a blue artifact. This creature enters, choose a creature type. Whenever permanent control of the chosen type enters, put a charge counter on this artifact, and you can tap it to remove 3 charge counters from this artifact. When you next cast it into a sorcery spell, this turn, copy it. You may choose new targets. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's any good or not. I feel like that kind of card is probably a better one. It's probably not that great. And there's probably better ones in the, the previous sets than this and the other. I don't know. Okay, Aquitex Defenses, 1 and a blue. Enchantment Aura. What's going on there in the artwork? A wave with a red bit on it. Flash, so you can cast it anytime you cast an instant. Enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchant creature gains hexproof end of turn, and it gets +1/+2. Then we've got Fort Weft Lieutenant. Sounds like a twister. Here we got it's a green and a white Kifkin soldier creature 2/2. When a creature or another Kifkin you control enters, when this creature or another Kifkin you control enters, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample to end of turn. And the rare, we've got Grub Storied Matriarch. Right, 2 and a black. You can transform this one. It's legendary creature Goblin Warlock 2/1 with menace, so it can't be blocked by just one creature. Whenever a creature enters or transforms into Grub Storied Matriarch, return up to 1 target Goblin card from your graveyard to your hand. When you ends the first main phase, you may pay 1 red. If you do transform it, it becomes Goblin Warrior 2/1, legendary creature with menace again. When it attacks, in this case, you may blight once, put -1/-1 count on the creature you control. You get a tapped attacking token that's a copy of the blighted creature, except it has at the beginning of your end step sacrifice this creature. In your first main phase, you may pay a black, and if you do, transform Grub. It was an interesting card, that one. Imagine it could be good. You never know, could be good. Alright. Your Lurker, 3 and a blue. 3 and a blue, 3 and a white. Merfolk Scout, 3/3, flying. When this creature enters Surveil once, look at top card library, you can put it in the graveyard if you want. Put it back. Fieldleaf's Embrace, 2 and a red, 2 and a red, 2 and a green. Enchantment Aura, Flash. Enchant creature, when this aura enters, enchant creature gains trample and indestructible to end of turn. And gets +2/+0. Pummeler for hire, alright, 4 and a green. Giant Mercenary creature, 4/4. Vigilance Reach, Ward 2. 2 generic, so it's in order to target it, you have to pay 2, or it gets countered. When this creature enters, you gain X life, where X is the greatest power among giants you control. Right, Pitiless Fists, 3 and a green. Enchantment Aura, enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchant creature fights up to one target creature and opponent controls and gets +2/+2. Rare, Steam Vents, another Shockland, but this time blue and red. Stuff. Okay, we'll take it. Nice. And then what else have we got? Wonder Brian Preacher, 1 and a white. Merfolk Cleric, creature 2/2. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, you gain 2 life. Interesting. Anglerfish there. The Dawn Blessed Pennant, 1 generic. As an artifact enters, choose elements, elemental, elf, fairy, giant, goblin, Kifkin, merfolk, or tree folk. Not one of those they call nuggets or something like the other creature type before. Whenever opponent you control the chosen type enters, you gain 1 life. Pay 2 generic and tap it to sacrifice the artifact. Return that card to type you go to your hand. Chaos Spewer, 2 and a hybrid black red. Goblin Warlock creature, 5/4. When this creature enters, you may pay 2 colours if you don't blight 2. -1/-1 cancel. Springleaf Drum, 1 generic artifact. You can tap an untapped creature control, add 1 mana of any colour. Okay, interesting. That's a reprint, isn't it, basically? And the rare, Kristen's Command, is that? I think I've had that one before, I think. You have. We're getting copies of the rares now. Blighted Blackthorn, 4 and a black. 3/4 Warlock creature, 3/7. When this creature enters or attacks, you may blight 2. If you do, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Cinder Strike, 1 red. Okay, sorcery, it's an additional cost to cast this spell, you may blight 1. Cinder Strike deals 2 damage to target creature. It does 4 damage to target creature instead of the spell's additional cost was paid. The blight cost. Okay, Flame Chain Mauler, 1 and a red. 2/2 Elemental Warrior. You can pay 1 red. This creature gains +1/+0 and gains many standard turns, covered blocked by just 1 creature. Gravegill Scoundrel, 1 and a blue. Merfolk Rogue creature, 1/3 Vigilance. Doesn't tap when you attack with it. Whenever this creature attacks, you may tap another untapped creature control. If you do, this creature can't be blocked this turn. Rare, Bloodline Bidding, 6 black. Sorcery Convoke, so you can pay its generic mana cost with tap creatures. Each one you tap. Choose a creature type, return all creature cards of turn type from the graveyard to the battlefield. Right. Be reasonable that one. That's a wild card there as well. Okay, what else we got? Boggart Prankster, 1 and a black. Goblin Warrior, 1/3. Whenever you attack, target attacking goblin control gets +1/+0 to end the turn. Gathering Stone, 4 generic. Artifact, good, there's been a lot of text on that one. As the target enters, choose a creature type. Suppose you cast a choose target, cost 1 generate less to cast. When this artifact enters at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a card of a chosen type, you may reveal it to put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Okay. Got Mirror Mine Crown for generic artifact equipment. As long as equipment is attached to a creature, the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of the equipped creature. Alright. Interesting, okay. That could be quite interesting, maybe. No idea if it's about that one, but it sounds like it could be an interesting card. If you create a food token, you can create a copy of the creature instead. Yeah, it might be quite good, that. I imagine there's some shenanigans you could do with that one. 2 in the red, elemental sorcerer creature, 3/2 with reach, so you can attack flying, you can block flying creatures. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, this creature does 2 damage to its opponents. Alright, and then we got Thirst for Identity, 2 in the blue instant, draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards as you discard a creature card. A typical card, that one. And another Mirror Mine Crown, right? Pushing us down that route, isn't it? Okay. Look at that, we got a mythic in this one. Burning Curiosity, 2 and a red, sorcery, an additional cost to cast a spell, you may blight 1, -1/-1 counter on the creature control. Exile top 2 cards of the library. If this spell's additional cost was paid, exile top 3 cards instead. Until the next turn, you may play those cards. And we've got Blight Rot rather, 2 in the black. Instant, put 4 -1/-1 counters on target creature. Right, so we've got, what's this? Pyrrhic Strike, 2 in the white, instant. As additional cost to cast a spell with Blight 2, choose 1. If spell's additional cost was paid, choose both instead. Destroy target artifact or creature or enchantments. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or greater. And then the mythic. Catharsis. Alright, this is one of the evoke elementals. We got one, that's good. It's got 4 and then 2 hybrid red whites. Elemental Incarnation, 3/4. Creature, when this creature enters, if white was spent to cast it, create 2/1/1 green and white Kifkin creature tokens. When it enters, if red was spent to cast it, creature control, get +1/+1, gain haste end of turn. And you can evoke it. 2 hybrid red and white mana. So you may cast this cost for its evoke cost. If you do, sacrifice it when it enters the battlefield. So you get its you can basically get its ETB effects for cheap. It's battlefield effects. Right, there we go. Good stuff. Right, well, that's not bad. We got one of those. That's one of the chase cards, so why not? Okay, Riverguard's Reflexes, 1 and a white instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains first strike to end the turn. Untap it. And we got a Gnarled Bark Elm, 2 in a black. 3-foot wizard. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. It's a 3/4 3-foot warlock. With 2 in a black, remove 2 counters from this creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 and end the turn. That's for instant sorcery. Right, so we've got more Cant's Loyalist. We got more Cant before, didn't we? Some lady, I think it was. 1 in the black and the green. Elf Warrior creature, 3/2. Over elves you control get +1/+1. When this creature dies, return another target elf card from your graveyard to your hand. We've got a Mare in the pack. Steam Vents, another Shockland, which is good. I think it's the one we got before, actually. Already got all those from another set, I think, but, you know. Pangroni Shocklands. So got a Mythic in this one. Run Away Together. We've had that one before. We've definitely had that before, because I commented on it as a bit of a dodgy coupling. Said it's first for some reason. We've got Protective Response, 2 and a white, instant convoke. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. Alright. And the Mythic. Aurora Awakener, 6 and a green, giant druid creature, 7/7, trample, with vivid, so it's something to do with different colours. Creature with trample could do excess damage, right? Yeah, okay. It's blocked, the excess damage goes through still. When this creature enters, reveal cards from the top of your library to reveal X permanent cards, where X is the number of colours among permanents you control. Put any number of those permanent cards onto the battlefield, and put the rest of the revealed cards to the bottom of your library in a random order. Alright. Be expensive, those ones, I think. Right, Thought Weft Charge. I'm sure I've had that one before. Thought Weft something. 1 and a green instant. Target creature gets +3/+3 to end the turn. If a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. And the rare, Blood Crypt. Alright, so got another one of the Shocklands. Swamp Mountain. This is for red and black. Get 2 life for it turns untapped. Really look like a Blood Crypt, that, does it? just looks like a load of stuff. Yeah, what's going on there? Okay, another mythic in this one, that's good. The runaway to go again, it's marking it as first, even though we've had it for many, last pack. Rhyme Chill, 6 and a blue, instant vivid, focus 1 generic less to cast for each colour and perch control. Tap 2 target creatures, put a stun counter on each and draw a card. Sour Bread Anti, alright, Sour Bread. 2 and red, 4/3 Goblin Warrior creature. When this creature enters, you may blight 2. If you do, create 2 1/1 black and red Goblin creature tokens. Those creature tokens look like pigs. So the artwork's a bit dodgy. We've had a worm that's a caterpillar, and a pig that's a goblin. A goblin that's a pig. I mean, that's not a goblin, is it? I don't know what that is, but it's not a goblin. So, I don't know. Artwork's a bit suspect in some cards, I think. I think they didn't know what they were drawing, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe they were just told to draw something and the flavour and the naming came later. I'm not sure. Morning Tide's Light. 3 and a white. Look at that, okay. Sorcery. Exile number of target creatures. Looks more like the blight is attacking the light there rather than the other way around, doesn't it? So that artwork's not... It looks good, but it's not the best in reflecting the card, I don't think. As I say, it seems like you're... Because the tree's being pushed back, isn't it, rather than pushing against the light. So I don't think that's a very good... Again, whether they knew the flavour before they did it, I don't know, but it doesn't reflect the card. Exile number of target creatures. At the beginning of the next end step, return those cards to battle tapped under their owner's control. Until your next turn, for all damage that would be dealt to you, exile Morning Tide's Light. Right, so not sure about work on that. So some questionable artwork in this one. And of course, there's that weird one with the elf smelling its fingers, which I don't quite get. I don't know what's going on with that one. That really was dodgy. Noggle the Mind. Here we go. So yeah, Noggles. That's it. What on earth are these Noggles? One and a blue. Enchantment Aura. Flash. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all ability types in the colours. Noggle with base power and toughness 1/1. Right. Noggle. That's not one of the creature types that's on. Pick one of the creature types from the set cards. Mythic wild card. Okay, not exciting but good. Right, Elf Archer 4/2 with Flash of Reach, pretty straightforward, 2 and a green. Right, Dawnhand Eulogist, right, 3 and doesn't look like it's doing a eulogy there, I don't know, 3 and a black, doesn't look like it. Elf Warlock Creature Menace, 3/3 with Menace, as I say, so can't be bought by one creature, has to be bought by more than one. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards, and if there is an elf card in your graveyard, each opponent loses 2 life and gains 2 life. Right, Hovel Hurler, 3 and 2 hybrid red whites. Giant Warrior 6/7 creature. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counts on it, and they can pay a hybrid, 2 hybrid red whites. Remove a counter on this creature. No target creature control gets +1/+0 against flying standard turn. Activating the sorcery, so I guess it's throwing it. It's interesting. Right. Vile Boggart. Right, 1 black goblin assassin creature 1/1. When the creature dies, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. So that's the generic card. We've seen that before. Adept Water Shaper is the rare or the mythic. 2, there's a rare rather. 2 and a white. Merfolk Cleric 3/4 creature. Other attack creature control have indestructible. Alright. You use Convoke on that. That's quite good. It can avoid a sweeper. Not bad. Alright. Silver Gill Peddler 2 and a blue. Merfolk Citizen 2/3 creature. When this creature becomes tapped, draw a card and discard a card. Flamekin Guild Weaver, 3 and a red, element source of 4/3 trample. This creature enters, creates a treasure token. Boggart Curse Crafter. Right, and it's a black and a red. Goblin Warlock, 2/3 Death Touch. Another goblin you control dies. This creature deals 1 damage to its opponent, and why not? And the rare, Glen and Elendra, Guardian, 2 and a blue. 3/4 Fairy Wizard creature, Flash and Fly. Enters with a -1/-1 counter on it. You can pay 1 and a blue to remove a counter on this creature. Counter-site non-creature spell. It controls the card, draws a card. Not sure about that. I think countering to let them draw a card, I don't think it's very good, is it? Depending on the card you counter, I guess. And the card they draw, of course, but you know what I mean. Unwelcome Sprite, 1 and a blue. Fairy Rogue, 2/1 flying. When you cast a spell during the opponent's turn, surveil 1. Surveil 2 even. It's up to your card's library. You can put them into your graveyard or back on top of your library. In the order. Requiting Hex. This is not too bad, this one. It's a new removal spell, 1 black. Just cost to cast a spell, you may blight 1, destroy target creature with a value only 2 or less. If the blight cost was paid, you gain 2 life as well. So, yep. Like, is it cut down? More or less. Steam Vents got on 3 times now. Goodness me. On there, but you know. So I got the other cycle of Shocklands. The previous set, they were the other 5 of them were there. Mirror Sky Swimmer, 3 in hybrid white blue. 2 hybrid white blues, so 5 in total. Merfolk Soldier creature, 2/2 with Convoke, Vigilance and Flying. When it enters, create a 1/1 white and blue Merfolk creature token. We've got Wretched Wretch. Okay. Wretched Wretch. 2 in the black. Goblins, 4/3, 4/2 even. When he dies, he got a -1/-1 counter, returns to the battlefield under his control and loses all abilities. Right. We've got Deepway Navigator for the rare. Merfolk Wizard, Colourful Guy, 2/2, white and a blue, Merfolk Wizard. Flash, when his creature enters, untap another each Merfolk you control. So you attack with 3 or more Merfolk this turn, Merfolks you control gain +1/+0. Alright. Good to flash it in during the attack step. Or the blocker step or whatever. Right, Goat Nap. You didn't know, I guess you're kidnapping a goat rather than a goat napping. 2 and a red. Sorcery, gain control of target creature to end the turn on top of the creature. If it gains haste to end the turn, if that creature is a goat, it also gets +3/+0 to end the turn. Is there any goats in this? I mean, it could be Kifkin Nap, couldn't it? And then if it was a Kifkin, you know, might be a bit more relevant. But keep an eye out for goats. Ideally, tutor going from the special sets. 2 and a white. Right, search your library for an enchantment card, put in your hand and shuffle. Right. Selfless Safe Right, 3 green, 4/2. We already had that one before. Okay, interesting, right? Going from the special set anyway. Not bad. Blossoming Defense, 1 green. Instant target creature control gains +2/+2 against hexproof to end of turn. Dueling Weaver, 1 and a green, very mystical chap. Kifkin Druid, 2/1. When this creature enters, if you control 3 more creatures, turn top opponent's card to your hand. From your graveyard to your hand. The rare Blood Crypt. Alright, got another one of those. Like a crypt, don't like blood. Other than that, there we are. I'll say some questionable artwork in this one. Summit Sentinel, what's this one about? 1 and a blue. Elemental Soldier, 1/3. When creature dies, draw a card. Got Eclipse Flamekin, 2 and a hybrid 2 is it. Blue and red. Elemental Scout, 1/4. Creature when it enters, look at the top 4 cards library and reveal an Elemental Island mountain card from among them. Put it in your hand. The rest of the boss library in a random order. Burden Stoneback, 1 and a white. Giant warrior with lots of stone on his back. 4/4. When this creature enters with 2/-1, this creature enters with 2/-1/-1 counters on it. You can pay 1 and a white to remove a counter on this creature. Target creature gains instruction on the turn. Activate it as a sorcery. And the rare, another grub. We had grub before. More grub. So over halfway through. Barbed Bloodletter, 1 and a black, artifact equipment. Alright, Flash, when this equipment enters to target creature control, that creature gains Wither inside the turn. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Alright. Source with Wither deals damage creature in the form of -1/-1 counters. Okay, yeah. We mentioned Wither before, didn't we? Unbury, 1 and a black, very strange artwork there, can't quite tell what's going on. Alright, it's a purple Kifkin. Okay. Instant choose 1 return target creature card from your go to your hand. Return 2 target creature cards that share a creature type from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. And another Ashling as well. Why not? Going this one, anything good? Oh, look at that. Could this be the first no swap, all swap card pack? It is. All of them are swaps. Right. And mythic in this one. Well, these are swaps as well so far. Bits of Wound Bearer, 2 black. Fairy Rogue, 1/1 creature, flash flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life, create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. It's a bit like Bitter Bloom or Bitter Blossom, whatever it is. Rather than artifact creature, so I guess it's not as good because it can be killed quite easy, or a bit easier. Push all those blight counters that are going around. Right, and again, all swaps here. Noggle Robber again. Right, and a rare wild card. So another all swap pack there. Coming thick and fast now, all the swaps. Wildvine, Pummeler, 6 and a green. 6/5, Giant Berserker, Vivid, spell cost 1, generate less to cast for each column on perch control, reach and trample. Lissalana, Dignitary, 1 and a green. 2/3, Elf Advisor. As additional cost to cast a spell, Paladin Elf will pay 2 generic. You can tap it to add 2 green. That's very interesting as an elf card in your graveyard. Lissalana, Dignitary. The art was very similar to the elves from back in the day. Mythic wildcard. The wild cards we've got loads, I think. 84 rare, 96 mythic. 1156 uncommon, 958 commons. Goodness me. Alright, so fair few of those. Alright. The shapeshifter creature, changing reach, 3/4. 3 and a hybrid, green and white. 3/4, as I say, changing reach. Yep, nothing special going on there. Not weeping, but reaping willow. A 1 and 3 hybrid black white. 3-foot cleric, 3/6 creature, lifelink. So when it deals damage, you get the life back equal to its power. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. You can pay 1 and hybrid black white. Remove 2 counters for this creature. So creature card with mana value 3 or less for the graveyard to the battlefield. That's a sorcery. Alright. And the rare. Disruptive Currents. Alright, disruptive, disruptive Raisins. 3 blue, Murphy Wizard, 3/3 Flash Convoke. When this creature enters, return up to 1 other target non-opponent to its owner's hand. Right, goodness me, we're getting there nearly at the end now. Roving Wilds, we've had that one before. Sure. Moon Vigil Adherence, 2 green, 0/0 Elf Druid creature, trample, get +1/+1 for each creature you control and each creature card in your graveyard. Alright. So presumably that activates before it enters the battlefield or whatever, or as it does, because otherwise it dies straight away. A Dead Water Shaper, 2 and a white, 3/4 Murphy Cleric. Other creatures, attack creature control have a destructible. We've had that one before. Alright, Runaway Together, we've definitely had that one before. Gangly Stompling, 2 and a hybrid red-green, Shapeshifter 4/2, changing trample. Morkant Size, I've had a few of these Morkant. I'm sure I've had this one before. Something similar. At the beginning of your upkeep, Surveil 1, 4 green, sacrifice enchantments. So it's a Kindred Enchantment Elf. It's an enchantment, but with a creature type, so interesting. Sacrifice, we've had those before. Sacrifice enchantment creates an X 2/2 black and green elf creature struggles with X's number of elf cards in your graveyard. It's written as a sorcery. Right. Rare. High Perfect Morkant. Okay, so we had Morkant, something or other. Morkant's Eyes. Morkant. We had another Morkant, something or other, didn't we, before? It was each of their body parts represented in another card. Right, all swap so far. Sapling Nursery, a swap as well, so another all swap pack. I'm sure there's. Feels like there's not many cards in this set, but I'm sure there must be. Right, Sizzling Changeling, 2 and a red. Shapeshifter creature, 3/2 Changeling. When this creature dies, it's out of card in your library. So the next turn you may play that card. Collection Festival, 2 and a white. Enchantment, Enchantment Gift Game. When this creature, when the enchantment enters, create 2 1/1 green and white creature tokens. So you can play 4 and a white to create a 1/1 white and green Kifkin creature token. And the rare, Shadow Urchin, right, 2 and a hybrid black red. It's an oof. 3 and a 4. When this creature attacks, Blight 1. When a creature you control with 1 or more counts on it dies, select many cards from the top of your library until the next end that you play those cards. Right, so an oof is in there. Don't look like an oof. Maybe it does, I don't know. Alright, Moonlit Lamenter. 2 and a white, 3-foot cleric, 2/5. Creature enters with -1/-1 counters on it. Remove a -1/-1 counter on it. Or 1 from this creature by paying, or a counter it says. By paying 1 and a white, draw a card that's written as a sorcery. Grave Shifter, 3 and a black. Shapeshifter 2/2, changing creature. When it enters, you may return to a card, creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And the rare. Mutable Explorer, 2 and a green. Shapeshifter creature, 1/1. When this creature enters, create a tapped Mutavault token. Very interesting. Yeah. That one might be quite good, I think. I think I've seen that played a bit. Mutavault is a 2/2 creature you can activate for paying 1 or 2 mana, I think it is. 1, I think. Twin Flame Travelers, 2 green, red and a white. 2 a red and a blue. 3/3 elemental sorcerer flying. If a trigger ability of another elemental creature you control triggers or elemental or triggers, it triggers additional time. Rare. Use to explore again. There we go. Yes, so you can add a colourless mana with Mutavault. You can pay 1, it becomes a 2/2 creature of all creature types end of turn. It's still land. It's pretty good, that. Okay. Bramble back brute, 2 and a red. Giant warrior. Lots of brambles on its back. 4/5. Enters with 2/1/1/1 counters on it. You can pay 1 and a red to remove a counter on this creature. That creature can't block end of turn and activate it as a sorcery. Lister Bairn, 2 and 3 hybrid green blue. It's an oof, another one, looks quite cute. 1/4, Vivid, beginning of coming on your turn. Another creature you control gets +X/+X, end of turn, where X is the number of colours more permanent you control. Omni Changeling, 3 blue, 0/0 shapeshifter, changeling with Convoke. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a changeling. Right, interesting. We've got Champion of the Perfect, Fina Green, 6/6 Elf Warrior. As additional cost to cast this spell, gold an elf and exile it. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exile card to its owner's hand. Okay. What? Alright. Flame Braider, 1 and a red. Elemental Bard, prancing about, 2/2. And you can tap it at 2 mana in any combination of colours, spend a spell to cast elemental spells or activate abilities of elemental sources. And then the rare, Lava Leaper, 3 and a red elemental creature, 4/4. All creatures have haste, nice. Whenever a player taps a basic land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type to that land produced. Alright, I don't know if that's any good or not, but it sounds good. Useful, anyway. And we got Chomping Changeling, 2 and a green, shapeshifter creature, 1/2. This creature enters, destroy up to 1 artifact or enchantment. The rare, Winter Wing, 4 white, sorcery Convoke. For each player, you choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all of the creatures they control. Don't share creatures out with their chosen creature they control. I don't think that's very good, is it? That don't share a type. If it was do, wouldn't that be quite good? But obviously, if you're all an elf deck or a goblin deck, that's pretty. I don't know. Not sure about that card. Right, together it keeps saying we've had that. That's the 4th or 5th time that one said it's first. It's not. Collective Inferno, 3 and a red, enchantment Convoke. Pay for its say it's generic mana cost by tapping creatures instead for one for each of those requirements. 3 red. As this enchantment enters, choose a creature type. Double or damage the sorcery would control, which this type would deal. Okay. Interesting. Probably red. If you did that, I would imagine. Pocket Mischief, 2 and a black. In Kindred Enchantment Goblin, when this enchantment enters, you may blight 1. If you do, create 2 1/1 black and red goblin creature tokens. Whenever a goblin creature you control dies, each one loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. The rare. Right, Lewin again. Or Cluin. Before. Nearly the end now, need 2 more regular packs. What does me? Alright, Kindle the Inner Flame, 3 and a red, Kindred Sorcery Elemental, token that's a copy of target creature you control. It has haste, and at the beginning of the end step, sacrifice this token. Flashback, 1 and a red, behold 3 elementals. Pay that from its graveyard for its flashback cost and exile. Alright. Okay. You have to behold 3 elementals, I guess. Got Sig, right? Sig, Wonderline Wisdom. 1 and a blue. You can transform it as a creature of Merfolk Wizard 2/2. Sig can't be blocked. When this creature enters or transforms into Sig, Wondering Wisdom, target creature gains. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or players will draw a card and send a turn. In your first main phase, you may pay 1 white to do. You do transform Sig, it becomes the Merfolk Rogue. Can't be blocked. Whenever this creature transforms into Sig, Wonderwine Shield, a target creature you control gains protection from each color and send a turn. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a blue if you do transform Sig. Alright. Alright, I think this is the last of the regular cards. Okay, Iron Shield Elf, 1 and a black, 3/1 Elf Warrior. Discard a card, creature gains instruction turn, tap it. And the rare, Champion of the Weird, 3 and a black, 5/5 Goblin Berserker creature. So it's got wasp nests in its hand, for some reason. As initial cost to cast a spell, behold a goblin and exile it. Pay 1 life, blight 2. So opponent blights 2. Activating a sorcery. When the creature leaves the battlefield, return the exile card to his hand. I think this is quite a good one, this one. A bit of the weird, I think. Pay 1 life and blight 2, and then your opponent blights 2, so you can kill other creatures. Interesting, okay. So you do damage yourself as well. Right, let's have a look at these special packs, and I think these are the... I don't know if these are alchemy cards or just the special ones, I don't know. Alright, 3 in a red. Squawk Roaster. Elemental Star Floor. Creature of double strike. Vivid. Its power is equal to the number of colours and perks you control. Then the Mythic. I think these ones always have Mythics in, don't they? Bitter Bloomberry. We've had that one before, okay. These are Mythic packs, aren't they? So they always have Mythics in, I think. Okay.
Don't submit to them.
Alright, we've got Oko. Lorwyn Eclipsed, 2 and a blue. Legendary Planeswalker Oko. It's got 3 loyalty on it. So beginning of your first main phase, you may pay a green if you do transform Oko. You can plus it for 2. So up to 1 target creature gains all creatures have end of turn. And you can plus 1 to target creature gets -2, -1 to end of turn. I think this is not a very good Planeswalker, this one, is it? If it's transformed, you can pay blue to transform it back. You can do -1 to mill 3 cards, permanently could add from them into your hand. -3, create 2 free green elk creature tokens. And then -6, choose a creature type you get a number with creatures you control. The creature type have +3/+3 have vigilance and head track proof. Alright, so I don't think that's a very good card, unfortunately, that one. Oko used to be really good back in the day. Wonderbrine Trapper, 1 white, 2/1 with Scout. So you can pay 1 generic and tap it. Tap another and tap creature control. Tap target creature and opponent controls. Hopefully to that. And Catharsis, one of the Evoke Elementals. We've had that one before though. Good stuff, we'll take it. 2 more. Run away together again, we've already had it. It keeps telling us we haven't, but we have. 5 times. Rajani, we've got Johnny Outland Chaperone. I think we've got one of those before from the Master Pass, whatever. 1 white, Planeswalker Rajani, 3 loyalty, you can +1 it. To create a 1/1 green and white Kifkin creature token. You can -2 it to deal 4 damage to target untap creature. You can -8 it to look at the top X library, where X is your life total. With any number of non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. I think that's a reasonable card. And the last one of the Mythic packs. We've got a Surly Farrier. 1 and a green, 2/2. It's a Farrier someone who makes horseshoes. A Kifkin Citizen. You tap it to target creature control gets -+1/+1 still and vigilance to end of turn. Activating as a sorcery. We've got Pucker's Eye. 2 generic. When this artifact enters, draw a card. Then choose a colour. The artifact becomes a chosen colour. Pay 3 generic and tap it to draw a card. Activating if there are 5 colours, 1 perk you control. There's an artifact. Meek Attack, which I think is an overrated card, isn't it? 2 and a so take on Sneak Attack. 2 and a red enchantment. You can pay 1 and a red. You put a creature card with total power and toughness 5 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. This creature gains haste. Beginning of your next step, sacrifice that creature. I don't think that's very good, that one, because I don't think you're ever going to have that many decent cards there. Keep much. Alright, got the golden packs now, so we'll just talk about the perhaps the Lorwyn cards from this one. Right, but they're all rares and mythics. Okay, Earth King's Lieutenant from the Avatar sets. Team Harvest, this is from Lorwyn Eclipsed, so 5 and hybrid blue-black, 2 hybrid blue-blacks. Sorcery, spring exile cards from the top of the library, so they have exile cards top, only 5 or greater this way. When it's end of turn, you may cast cards exile this way without paying their cost. Right. Interesting, so a bit like a Tasha's Hideous Laughter in some respects. Kill Attentive First Year, I've had that one before. The Mazamoon, alright, that's from the Final Fantasy set. We've got that one already then. 2 mythics. Urdu Carrier of Dawn. I do. Isilou Carrier of Twilight, I've had that one before. The new set. Moon Shadow, this is a good one to have. Alright, it's 1 black, 7/7 with Menace, but it enters with 6 -1/-1 counter. Whenever one or more permanent cards are put together from anywhere while this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, move a -1/-1 counter. So, not bad that one. It's stronger. Like a Death Shadow is to an extent. Okay. Pixie Dragon Claw, that's from Arcade Dragonstorm, whatever it's called. Missile Harvester from Foundations. Better Inferno, that's we already had that before from Lorwyn. Sunderflock is from Lorwyn. 7 green, 7 blue, 5/5 elemental creature. Spell cost X less to cast, where X is the greatest amount of valuable elemental to control. Flying. When enters, if you cast it, return all elemental creatures to in his hands. Alright, interesting. Mythic. Aurora Awakener, we've had that one before. Lorwyn. And Radiant Lotus. 6 colours. Generic rather, so you can sacrifice by tapping it. Sacrifice. You can tap to sacrifice one more artifact. Choose a card. Top layer has the female of that colour. Each artifact sacrifice this way. Alright. I've done before. That's from whatever it's called, the racing one. I forgot what it's called now. Forgot what it's called. High card Zephyr Awakener, right. Foundations. Iridescent Vine Lasher from Bloomborough. Useful Explorer, I've had that one before. Seems quite good. Right, Sanar Innovative First Year. 2 and hybrid, and 2 hybrid is it. There's blue and green, blue and red rather. Legendary creature, Goblin Sorcerer 2/4 with Vivid. Beginning of your first main phase, reveal X cards. Reveal cards to the top of your library to reveal X non-land cards. X is the number of colours and permits you control. For each of those colours, you may exile a card of that colour from one of the real cards, then shuffle and may cast the exile cards this turn. Right. What's that set called with the racing cars? Wandering Rescuer. Right, nice. Dustmourn. Alright, so from Final Fantasy, Ancient Adamantoids. Right. I wonder if it was that set called with the, I can't remember what it's called now, with the... Kuja from Final Fantasy. An Ender from Foundations. Bloodline Bidding, we've had that one today. Loading Zone, right, from, whatever that one's called again. Space Set. Funeral Room, right, from Dustmourn, interesting one. And oh wait, we keep getting that one, I've got 3 of those now. Mythic. If it's the best one either. Right, Winter. Misanthropic Guide, right, from Dustmourn. The Common Good from Bloomborough. Right, and then Harmonizer Crescendo, 4 blue from this Lorwyn Eclipsed instant. Convoke. Choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. Sage of Skies from Take Dragonstorm, I think that is, or something along those lines. Hexing Squelcher, right, from the set, 1 and a red. Goblin Sorcerer, 2/2. Spell card be countered, ward pay 2 life. Suppose you control card be countered, other creature control have ward pay 2 life. I don't think they're saying this one's an overrated card, I think, overhyped. So we'll see. Okay. That one from that set again. I forgot what that set's called. What is it called? Honestly, can't remember. Can't remember what it's called. March of the Worldoos. Right, last one, last pack. Last one, everyone. Let's hope it's a good one. Right. Dorleen Cosmos Colvin, that's a good one to have from Bloomborough. Runneth, Revive of the Hive. What's that? From the Spider-Man one, whatever it's called, Omen Paths. A Legend of Kuruk, alright, from Avatar, not bad. Legend of Yang Shen, alright, another Avatar one. I've got all the old Avatars, which is good.
Oh, I have such delicious mischief planned.
Yoko again, but we've already got one. And Celestial Reunion. Alright, X and green. Sorcery. It's additional cost to cast a spell. You may choose a creature type, but behold 2 creatures of that type. Choose life for a creature card with the mana value X or less, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. If the spell's additional cost was paid, the revealed card is in the church. And the revealed card is a different type, put that card on the battlefield, so put it into your hand. Alright. Okay. Right, there we go. Right, well there we are, guys. We did it all now, not bad at all. I still can't remember the name of that set with the race cards for what it's called now, but there we are. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Got a few cards there. I think we got some reasonable ones. Don't think there's any massive standout ones in this one, but the evokes, elementals, and the creature with the 6 -1/-1 counter and stuff like that's not a bad one to get. And obviously the the Shocklands, although I do already have those, just not in this new art. But yeah, quite an interesting one. I'll see. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See you later.